So what it do with everybody, you feel me? Now, number one album in over 230 something states. It's a crazy feeling, you know what I'm saying? Number one TV show in a lot of different states. Number one movies, all that shit. In the same type of states, about 200, you know. Creed Cousin is a masterpiece, you know, that's what they're calling it. Michael B. Jordan is definitely not mad about it because he's in it. He's in it. He produced damn near the whole season. You know what I'm saying? So why would he be mad about the success from the show? You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, my wife Tnerra is pregnant again. We're doing a video game together. I am training my wife Tnerra. She's a little rusty, but I want to keep that a little bit private for right now about her training and stuff. But my baby doing good. She's trying. But I don't want to put too much pressure on my wife. She is pregnant again. So that's another thing that she got to be worried about. But my love life and career is in a parallel universe, and also, I want to say my fans are looking for the episode 8 for The Last of Us. And I took a little break from telling y'all stories from that, but that is definitely gonna be like a full audio movie. I will definitely do for y'all. I promise. I'm gonna do for my fans because they've been asking for it. And the reason why I stopped is because it's gonna be a 3D actual series, and we working on it. But I got y'all. Anyway, let's get into this episode. So I'm talking to my wife Nera, after we finish making love or whatever. It's like, David, you probably gonna be mad at me, but I invited my friend to come down. I'm like, your friend? Who the hell is your friend? That girl you was talking about? She was like, yeah, you ain't gonna be mad. Like, I mean, she gonna help with the babies. Like, David, I can't train and stuff. They, I need help, David. I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. It's like, and I don't want to leave them in the house by themselves. They're newborn babies. Like, they're not even a full damn month yet. I'm like, I get what you're saying. She's like, look, she's like my family. She's like my sister or cousin, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say sister. She's like my sister, and we're really close. And she's cool, and I can trust her. So I'm like, where did you meet this damn girl? So she's like, I met this girl. Uh, well, you do know I used to do like podcasts and stuff, right? I'm like, yeah. She was like, yeah. So I met her through there. We went out to certain type of events. Like she came to a lot of my events that I threw. She came to a couple of my book signings. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah. And which, speaking of books, I was thinking about writing a book about our love life. Like this video game just really inspired me to want to like do something about our love life. Write a novel about our love life. Maybe Netflix would turn it into like a series or something. I'm like, okay. So I mean, cause ain't your biopic story gonna be on Netflix? I'm like, yes, it is. It is going. I'm working with Netflix right now. We actually filming the first movie right now. She's like, yeah. So I wanna inspire some network or fucking app to pick our story up, and with you being involved in it, I'm pretty sure they definitely gonna pick it up. I'm like, okay. It's like, but I do need a favor from you if I am gonna write this novel. I'm like, what's that? She's like, I need you to promote it, get the word out. I know you got some type of company where you can like distribute books and shit. I'm like, yeah, I do. She's like, you do? I'm like, yeah, I got a book company. It's like, wait, you got a book company? I'm like, yeah, I got a book company. So she's like, oh. I'm like, it's like for like audio books and people that just like books in general. So she's like, okay, well I love books. I'm like, okay, so you want me to give you a 7-figure contract because you don't have to show your damn body. You can just be writing books. She's like, okay. I mean, I can write a series about our love life because, I mean, we got a lot of shit going on. I'm like, yeah, we do. She's like, and I kind of want to write about our adventures that we're going to do together, all the stuff we're going to do together. I think that'd be kind of cool to share it with the world. I'm like, I mean, okay. I mean, I'm with you, baby. Okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm going to support you. She's like, okay, so what do we got planned today? I'm like, well, I gotta, start doing rehearsals for the SNL. It's like, wait, you gonna be on SNL? I'm like, yeah, with the cast of Creed, and I guess appearance will be Selena Gomez. She was like, Selena Gomez, okay. I'm like, but I would bring you. She's like, that'd be great. That would be great. My friend will be here so we can go. We don't have to like worry about the babies. I'm like, you gonna leave the babies with her? It's like I can trust her, David. I'm telling you, she's not gonna do anything to the babies. I promise you. I'm like, I get it, but I don't want to leave my babies alone with her. I don't know that girl. She's like, fine, then we'll take them. Can we put that quilt thing over the strollers? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay, then we'll take them. Okay. I'm like, okay, what? It's like, we won't leave the babies with her. I'm like, all right, good. She's like, okay. So she's like, so I can come. I'm like, of course you can come. You're my baby. It's like, okay, so what time do I need to start getting ready for the SNL thing? I'm like, uh, well, it's morning time now, so we're going in the evening. I'm gonna say you need to start getting ready around like 4 in the afternoon. She's like, around 4? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, I can get ready around there. That's fine. I'm like, because I gotta read over the script and all that. She's like, okay. So I remember we did have sex and made love, and her friend showed up, right? And tnerra opens the door and she's giving her friend a hug and everything like that. And I remember she comes in the room. Now, being as though I've been doing this for so damn long, I can tell an imposter from a mile away. I'm a powerful guard, you know what I'm saying? Just because people don't, I use my powers all the time, but people don't even know I be using my powers. That's how good I am. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell a damn imposter. Like I can tell when somebody is not the real actual person. So I remember I'm sitting there like, like at the edge of the bed and the girl come like right up in my damn face. And so she's like, hi, David. And I'm like looking up and she was like, hey, you ain't happy to see me? I'm like, why the hell would I be happy to see you? I don't even know you. So Tanae was like, yeah, right. Why would he be happy to see you? So she's like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So I know Lucifer. Lucifer is my damn brother. Lucifer is my dad who is God's son. But he's a bad damn seed. But he crazy as hell. So he can change, he can shape shift into different people. You see what I'm saying? So he shapeshift into tnerra best friend. And I already knew who the hell he was. Well, I know his attitude. I know how he acts. I know his mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I thought you'd be happy to see me. So tnerra like, why the hell are you shaking your head like that? So I'm like, that's not your best friend. So she was like, who the hell is it then? I'm like, it's Lucifer, my damn brother. She's like, Lucifer? I'm like, yeah. She's like, wait, hold the hell up. Why the hell he look like my damn best friend? I'm like, he shape shifted into your best friend. So she's like, how the hell did he know to do that shit? I'm like, he's Lucifer. He knows a lot of stuff. He knew that your best friend was coming. So he tried to trick me by changing into her. So he's like, oh, you got me. All right. Well, I guess I can just change into myself now. So she's like, wait, I don't want to see no damn demon. I'm like, he not gonna look like a demon. So he changed it to himself. He like, David, nice to see you. Look good. Look good. The year's been good to you. So I'm like, Lucifer, what the hell are you doing here, man? I really don't got time for this shit. He was like, oh, but you do. I came to see my grandbabies. Can I see my grand? I'm like, they're not your damn grandbabies. He was like, I meant to say, I'm here to see my nieces. Can I see my nieces? Can I hold them? I mean, damn, you ain't let me know. You ain't give me no greeting card and let me know that they was going to be here. I'm like, why would I give you a damn greeting card? You know damn well we don't got no damn, I'm like, you know damn well we don't talk. So he's like, well, we need to. See, David, why are you so mean to me? I'm your brother. I'm like, you're not my damn brother. He was like, oh, yes, I am. I'm like, okay, look, let's get to the damn point. Why are you here? So he's like, oh, no, you know why I'm here. I'm like, so then the real girl showed up, right? The real girl showed up. tnerra opened the door, and she was like, David, is this really my friend? I'm like, yeah, it's really her. So she's like, all right. I'm like, look, I put the babies in a different room. I'm going to talk to Lucifer. You go in the other room with the babies and that girl. She was like, oh my God, you're David. I'm like, yeah, I'm David. She's like, he is really cute. You better not mess this up, girl. So she's like, what are you talking about? This is the love of my life. I ain't gonna mess nothing up. So she was like, all right, where them damn babies at? I want to see my little nieces. Where they at? So she's like, let me show you. David, what room? It's a lot of damn rooms. It's a big ass mansion. I'm like, you'll know because the door's open. You'll see them on the bed. She's like, all right. So I go in there. I'm like, Lucifer, go ahead. Start talking, man. What the fuck you want? So he like, well, for starters, I want to say, I'm like, man, just tell me what the fuck it is, man. So he like, all right, I'm gonna tell you, because it seems like you getting out of, it seems like you like running out of patience. I'm like, I am. So tell me what it is, man. Stop stalling. So he like, all right, I'm gonna tell you. You know it's time. I'm like, what is it time for? He was like, for you to make your damn decision. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He was like, look, only reason why I didn't strike and start killing damn people on this earth, because you said you needed time to save them. Now, it seemed like you didn't gave up on them. So, I'm like, you can do whatever you want with these damn people. They don't want to be saved. Why am I going to save a whole bunch of damn people that don't want to be saved? You want to go ahead and fuck them up? Go ahead. He's like, wait, that was too damn easy. That was just too damn easy. Why in the hell are you willing to give me these damn people so fast? Usually you put up a damn fight. But this time you're just going to hand them off to me? That was too damn easy. I'm not going for that. There's a reason why you're giving them to me. Why the hell are you giving me the people so damn fast? I need to know. I'm like, there is no damn angle, man. You can have them. He's like, it is an angle, David. You think I don't know you? You think I'm that stupid? See, I was not born yesterday, but I'm not dumb. And I know there is a reason why you just handing them off to me so damn fast. And I'm not going for that. I'm not falling for that damn trick. That's the oldest trick in the book. I'm not falling for it, David. You good, but you ain't that good. I'm like, look, I'm not fucking with you, man. I said you can have them, man. What the fuck you want from me? So he like, no, you think you fucking good, but you're not good. I don't want him yet. I'm like, what you mean? You gonna come in and ask for him and I give him to him and now you don't want him? He's like, because it's the reason why you giving him to me. And I'm not stupid, David. I'm like, yeah, it is a damn reason why. He's like, what's the reason? I'm like, they weak as hell. Why the hell do I want a whole bunch of damn weak ass people following me? They ain't strong. None of them motherfuckers strong. So why in the hell do I want weak motherfuckers, weak ass souls following me? You can take their damn souls. You already got them if you want my damn opinion. He's like, what? What you mean I already got them? I'm like, you don't have to do too much. They already evil as hell. Just look at how they act online. You really think that you really need to influence them to act evil? They've been evil. Smoking, drinking, fucking, fornicating, killing people, stabbing people. There's like 10 murders every single day. There's a nigga killing his damn wife and his own damn babies every single day. So you really don't got to do too much to them. Niggas are just doing it automatically. Waking up, oh, I think I want to kill my damn wife today. Yeah, I think I want to kill my kids too. I think I might want to spend the rest of my life in jail. This is how dumb motherfuckers are. This is how stupid niggas are. Then they get in jail and they realize it's not what they want. Then they regret doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time to be dealing with a whole bunch of weak motherfuckers. Okay, so weak niggas, they make themselves weak throughout the years. That they get so damn weak to the point where they just want to kill their whole damn family or kill their damn wife. That's how weak. That's what weak motherfuckers do. See, being weak, you feel like a coward. So you wake up feeling like a coward. You go through your day doing what cowards do. You see what I'm saying? If it's no more than picking on somebody in your family or bullying somebody, you know what I'm saying? That makes you feel good for a little bit of seconds. But in the inside, you're still a weak motherfucker. And everybody knows it and you know it too. So it's like, you can have him. What am I gonna fucking do with him? So he like, I don't want him either. I'm like, then what the fuck you come in for? So he's like, I don't want him, David. If you was weak, if you told me, if you telling me what I think you telling me, if they as weak as you say they are, then I don't want them either. I'm like, then what are you here for? He's like, I don't want them either. I don't want them either. Okay, if I influenced them that fucking bad and I ain't really had to do too much to them, then why in the fuck am I here? Oh, you know what, David? You actually do got a damn point. Then I guess I wasted my damn time. I'm like, yeah, you actually fucking did, Lucifer. He's like, but I actually wanted to commend you though. I'm like, for what? He was like, for not taking the world out so damn fast. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, you supposed to end the damn world. You think I don't know? I still talk to daddy. You supposed to kill him. You always get cold feet. I'm like, look, man, I don't get. He's like, because deep down inside you still love them, David. Deep down inside, just like you got cold feet to kill your damn family. You couldn't even murder your damn family. The family that never fucking claimed you. You couldn't even do that. You couldn't even kill your damn brothers and sisters. You got cold feet doing that. Damn, David, you get cold feet doing everything. I'm like, man, shut the hell up. Okay? Don't tell me that I got cold feet doing anything. Okay? He's like, then why couldn't you just kill your damn family? They ain't never fucking claim your ass any damn way. They always looked at you as a fuck up. I'm like, how am I a fuck up? I'm a trillionaire. I'm a trillionaire. Like, you are a trillionaire. This is all true. This is all true. I'm like, I'm a trillionaire. I'm the sexiest man in the world. I got the #1 TV show, movies, and album in 200 states. He was like, you fucking do. This is true. So why won't you just off their ass? You know what? I'm going to do you a favor. I'm like, what? He was like, I'm your brother. I mean, we might not see eye to eye on things, but I'm still your damn brother. Look, we got the same father. So we still related. I'm like, and what favor would you do for me? He's like, I'm going to kill your family. I'm like, my dad was gonna take care of that. He's like, no, I'm gonna do his old ass a favor too. Cause you didn't realize daddy is old as hell. Well, you know, daddy's getting old. He's getting old. Getting ready to move into that damn castle. I'm like, yo, shut the hell up, yo. Why are you talking about daddy like that? He was like, because he is old as hell. And you gonna have to move all in there, you and your fucking wife and them kids. You're gonna have to move on up. Yep, you gonna have to take his place all the way. No more. I mean, you still can be in movies and stuff like that, but that's gonna be one hell of a life to live. I'm like, man, shut the hell up. And I'm tired of you getting on my damn nerves, man. You gonna really start. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna kill your family. I'm gonna do his old ass a favor and just fucking off their ass. I'm like, he's like, I need some fun, man. I need some fun, and obviously, fucking with these damn people ain't gonna be no damn fun if they already evil as hell. So it's like, I'm not gonna get no enjoyment out there. But what I am gonna get enjoyment out is fucking with your family. Yeah, because see, you get too damn cold feet. You my brother. And I don't like the way they've been treating you. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way they've been treating you know, the other Davids in the other universes. So I'm just gonna fucking murder. I'm not gonna murder them in this universe. I'm gonna murder them in the other universes. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna fuck with. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make your sisters, all of you. How many sisters you got? I'm like 3. He's like, I'm gonna make all of them sick. I'm gonna make them all sick. I'll make them feel weak. And I'm gonna start fucking with them in their dreams. And I'm gonna do the same thing with your brothers. And I'm like, you better not fucking do anything to my mother. So he's like, why? He's like, she's not even satisfied with you being her son. Why do you? I'm like, you better not fucking do anything to my mother. So he's like, fine, I won't touch your mother. I'm like, you better not touch my. He's like, I said I ain't gonna touch your damn mother. I ain't gonna touch her. I'm like, you better not. He's like, I ain't gonna touch her. But when she see what's gonna happen to her kids, she gonna want to die any damn way. So it's like, why would she want to stay alive after what I'm gonna do to your sisters and brothers? You better be lucky. I'm doing this silent for you. I'm like, look, man, I never told you to do this. He's like, but you ain't telling me not to. So deep down inside, you want them to die. Let's just be real. You just don't got the heart to do it. So I'm like, he like, David, I get it. They fucking fucked you over. I mean, I seen the years from when you was a kid in a house for about what, months on end, 6 months, 7 months with no electricity, laying in a cold ass bed while your brothers out there selling drugs, being brothers to people that's not their brothers. I mean, how did that even feel? I know that had to make you feel bad. You had to grow up with no guidance on how to talk to a girl or on how to fight. They didn't teach you none of that shit. I get it, that anger can build up. Then they get girlfriends. Then they treat you funny when they get a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? The girlfriend don't know what the fuck you done been through, so she's sitting up there judging you too. I'm gonna fucking kill the girlfriends too. If they got girlfriends, I'm murdering them. If they got fucking wives, I'm murdering them. And that's just that, David. Cause see, David, you don't understand that even your brothers, yeah, they look at you funny as shit like you're a fucking weirdo. And let's just be real, you are a fucking weirdo. But you're a good weirdo though. You didn't ask for this damn life. Did you ask for God to come to you? No, you didn't. So you didn't ask to have the life you had, but you got it, right? Am I right? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, so what I'm saying to you, with you having the life you have, there's nobody on this earth that's going to understand your life. So when your brothers, when their girlfriends come around, they look at you like, yeah, look at him. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know what the fuck you done been through. And what you think your brother's gonna take out for you and say, well, damn, you don't know what my brother going through right now. Why you talking about that man like that? You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do that. Instead, they add on to the shit. They add on to making fun of you. I'm like, yeah, I get what you say. He's like, now look. Hold on, y'all. I forgot. I'm glad this shit turned it on. Hold on. Hold on. So I'm like, all right, but look, you know what? He's like, look, you ain't talking me out of this, David. This one thing you're not talking me out of. I'm like, he's like, look, man, you doing real damn good. You gotta have a biopic movie doing about you. You just said you're the sexiest man in the world. You look good from where I'm standing. You know, got a nice little wife, married to Mother Nature. How does it feel to be married to Mother Nature? I'm like, shut the fuck up. And why are you saying it creepy like that? So he's like, I'm not. I'm just saying. You married, God is married to Mother Nature. You God, right? You the new God. Your wife is Mother Nature, right? So how does it feel to be married to Mother Nature? I'm like, it feels amazing. He was like, you do know what your kids are, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you do know what they are, right? I'm like, what the hell are you? He was like, you realize what they are. They little angels. Them 4 babies, them 4 little girls, they little angels. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Not the ones that, cause ain't she pregnant again? I'm like, how you know she pregnant again? He's like, I'm Lucifer. I know everything like you do. The other babies that's coming, they ain't going, I mean, yeah, they gonna be special babies, but they're not gonna be like them 4 girls. Them 4 girls are actually, they real angels. They real life angels. You do realize that, right? So I'm like, yeah, I realized that. He was like, I'm just letting you know. I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm like, look, man, if you gonna, man, you gotta promise me you're not gonna do nothing to my mother. He's like, I'm not gonna do nothing to your mother. I promise. You got my word. I promise you. Look, I know That I'm a fucked up individual. I know that. Everybody know that. But I would never fucking kill somebody's mother. I mean, like, I got a mother too. I got a dad. Like, you think if I was that fucked up, I would have tried to kill my father, even though that wouldn't be possible. But I'm just saying, though, I would try if I was that fucked up. But I'm not. You have my word. I ain't gonna mess with your mom. But I am gonna fuck your family up. I'm gonna kill them. All of them. And I'm not just talking about your brothers and sisters. I'm talking about them, your nieces, your nephew. All of them don't claim you. They all don't claim. I'm like, all right, I get it. You don't gotta keep saying it. I fucking get it. So he's like, all right. So I got the okay to kill him. I'm like, you gonna do it even if I tell you not to. He's like, you're right, I am. Well, I seem like I got my journey for the day. Oh, by the way, congratulations on that SNL thing. All right, brother. And oh, you should know, even though you don't like me coming to visit you, I'm still one of the best brothers you ever had. The funny thing is, he actually fucking is. Even though he is Lucifer, he had my back on a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie to you. He definitely did. I will keep it 100. He did. So I remember he left or whatever like that. And tnerra was like, is he gone? I'm like, yeah. She was like, that was really Lucifer? I'm like, yeah. She was like, he looked like he was like 40 years old when he changed it to. I'm like, he changed into different skins. Sometimes he a teenager. Sometimes he a grown ass, man. Sometimes he could be an old ass lady. He don't stay in the same skin. He is a real fucking demon. But she's like, have you ever seen him as a demon? I'm like, yeah, I've seen him as a demon. So she's like, are you scared when you see him as a demon? I'm like, no, because he's not going to hurt me. I know he's not going to hurt me. You see what I'm saying? He can't do anything to me. So she's like, wow, oh my God, your brother is fucking Lucifer? He going to kill the family? I'm like, well, not the family in this universe. Just the families in the other universes. Look, I can't do nothing about that. That ain't my damn problem. As long as he ain't going to touch the Davids. He can't touch the Davids. So he know he can't bother the Davids. So she's like, but what's going to happen to the Davids when the brothers and sisters are gone? I'm like, they never took care of him any fucking way. So why would it fucking matter? So I got him. Don't worry about him. He going to be definitely taken care of. I got him. I got the Davids. I got all the Davids. I got them. They're going to be well taken care of. So ain't nothing going to happen to him. So you don't have to worry about that, baby. She's like, but what about the tnerras, the other tnerras? What about me? I'm like, look, I don't know if he's going to actually kill you. She's like, but if he do fucking murder me in those other universes, will I die? I'm like, no, you won't die here. But I don't think he's going to do nothing to you. So she's like, how do you know? Did you ask him? I'm like, look, I didn't ask him, but I don't think he's going to do anything to you. So she's like, you sure? I'm like, she's like, it's fucking Lucifer. I'm like, look, yeah, Lucifer, look, I know you didn't see in the movies how they paint Lucifer out to be, but I promise you he's not that way. Like, he actually got a somewhat of a good heart. So she's like, somewhat. I'm like, look, she's like, is he gonna kill my mother? I'm like, now that is a question I don't know. He's not gonna kill my mom, but I'm pretty sure he might kill your mother. So she's like, so my mom's gonna die. I'm like, she ain't gonna die in this universe, but in the other ones, yeah. So she's like, but so she's gonna be alive in this one? I'm like, yeah, and that's the only thing you need to be worried about. Why are you worried about the other damn mothers that's in the other universe? You ain't in those universes. You in this one. So she's like, okay, yeah, you're right. All right. I'm like, look, you worrying about nothing. So I'm like, look, I gotta go. She's like, okay. So we did end up having sex, which was amazing. And then after that, I gave our babies, a kiss on the cheek. I told tnerra to start getting ready at like 4 o'clock or whatever, right? So I remember as I'm getting in the car, I had to go see Scarlett because she wanted to talk to me about her boyfriend. Because when she started to talk to me about her boyfriend, my phone rang, and I had to go see Nancy because, she was feeling unsafe and stuff like that at her house. So I had to go see if she was okay. So anyway, I'm on my way to see Scarlett, and as I'm on my way to see Scarlett, the girl I'm gonna give this girl, I'm gonna name her Jasmine, because I don't want to give her real name away. So tnerra friend name will be Jasmine in the story. So Jasmine comes in the room. She's like, "That boy too damn fine for his own kind. He is so cute." She's like, so tnerra like, that's like, why the fuck you keep saying how cute my husband is? So she's like, I mean, ain't he like your cousin or something? I mean, our relationship ain't real. She's like, yes, the fuck it is. It is real. You see those fucking babies on that bed? You see those babies? Yeah, the fucking relationship is definitely real. And I'm pregnant again. She's like, oh, he knocked your ass up again? So she's like, yes, like, but you literally just had those fucking babies. You ain't supposed to be having sex until like 6 weeks. So she's like, it's a different story with me. I can have sex right away. So she's like, why can't you have sex right away? So she's like, because I can. So she's like, okay, that is obviously weird as shit. So he was up in your fucking crippled ass pussy. So she's like, my pussy wasn't crippled. Trust me, it wasn't. So she was like, okay, why can't I call him cute though? She's like, because that's my husband and I don't like you saying that shit. Like, the fuck? And don't, why are you saying that we in a fake relationship? She's like, I never said that. I mean, I'm just saying, like, so she's like, it's a real relationship. So I'm gonna need you to treat it as such. So she was like, okay, I was just playing with you, girl. So she was like, yeah, well, I don't need you playing with me. So she was like, oh, okay. So obviously, at this point, tnerra is looking at her friend sideways, because her friend is acting a lot different than I guess how she normally act. You know what I'm saying? And nothing about what Lucifer said was on my damn mind. I wasn't even thinking about what the hell he was saying, to be honest with you. So I remember I go there, Scarlett opened the door. I'm like, little Scarlett, what's going on, baby? It's like, hey, I know you had to run out so quickly to check on one of those girls you dating when I started to talk to you, but can I tell you now? And you don't have to leave, do you? I'm like, no, but we're gonna see each other on that SNL set. She's like, I know, baby. I'm like, baby. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't know where my head is at. Okay, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be real. I'm like, okay. She's like, so I broke up with my ex-boyfriend like a day ago, which was like yesterday. And it's the second episode of Creed Cousin came on HBO Max. And when he seen the first episode, he actually liked the show. You know what I'm saying? Like he liked it. He didn't because I guess he didn't think that our characters was going to have sex or do any sexual things. So I guess that's what he thought. So then the second episode came out and he seen that intense that sex scene between us and it was very thoroughly well done. I'm like, yeah, she was like, so he looking at the sex scene and he gonna look at me and gonna say, why does it look like you enjoying this? Like it looks like you enjoying this sex scene. So I'm looking at him like, what you mean? So he's like, I just look on your face as I'm looking at the sex scene. It looks like you thoroughly enjoying it. Like you like him inside of you. So I'm like, why are you asking me that? So then he gonna say, I need to know something. Do you like David? I mean, because I mean, I'm seeing the sex scene, and it is very, very graphic, and I'm looking at it, and it's like almost 5 minutes long. So he's like, that's a whole fucking porno scene. Like, you can put that shit on X videos and Pornhub. Like, you literally can pass that off as a porno flick. So she's like, I mean, he's attractive, he's cute. He's like, dang what I asked you. Scarlett, I asked you, do you like David? And you telling me, oh, he's cute. Everybody can tell he's an attractive person. Everybody can tell that. But I ain't asking you, is he attractive? I'm asking you, do you like him? Because I got a feeling you fucking do. So I was like, no, it's just business. And then he just wouldn't leave it alone. So he like, I know you lying. Like, I know that you telling me what I want to hear. You think I don't know when girls telling me what I want to hear? So I'm going to ask you again. So I'm like, you really want to know the answer? Since you asking for it, you searching for this shit? Yeah, I like him. So he got mad. And I ain't gonna lie, he was the one that broke up with me. He was like, I don't wanna be with your ass. Your shady ass. I don't wanna be with you because your ass can't be trusted. So she was like, what? We wasn't even dating. We just been working together. So he like, girl, I don't fucking trust that. Because in a minute, if he would come over here right now, if he came over here right now, and I wasn't here and he said he wanted to fuck you, would you let him fuck? I mean, he already fucked you in the show. Would you let him fuck without the cameras? Would you let him have sex with you? And don't you lie to me, bitch. So she was like, so I was like, I don't know, I guess. So he's like, what do you mean you don't know, you guess? It's either a yes or no. So I was like, yes, I would let him fuck. So he's like, would you tell me about it? So she like, no, I mean, why would I tell you that I let somebody fuck me? Like, no, I would not even let you know. Like, you wouldn't even know that I did it. So he's like, so you would let him fuck, and then you would have me thinking that ain't nobody fuck you. You a shady ass bitch. I don't want to be with your shady ass. So she was like, all right, then fuck it, then let's break up. So we break up or whatever. And he was like, you need to stop lying to your damn self. You know you want his ass. So she's like, I'm gonna do you a damn favor. Why don't you fucking call him and tell him how the fuck you feel? Cause it's not gonna be long before he breaking your damn back in. So he's like, I mean, he was already doing that shit in the fucking episode. Why not do it in real life? And I know you've been thinking about that shit. So he gets in the car and he drives off, but a part of him was right though. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I am physically attracted to you. I'm like, okay. She's like, I mean, I tried to do the right thing by not, calling you and telling you that I want to make a real relationship out of this. I mean, because I wanted to keep it professional. I didn't want things to be awkward on set as we filming and working on the second season, which is obviously, yes, it is definitely a second season. But I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? And plus, you already got a whole bunch of other celebrity girls you're dating and all that stuff. And I just didn't want to add on to your plate. But I guess I should be real and honest about it. I do like you. I mean, I'm hoping that you like me the same way. So I'm like, I mean, yeah, I like you, but she's like, but what? I'm like, what about your boyfriend? She's like, he ain't coming back. He's not coming back, and that's a promise. I'm like, so you're asking, could you be my girlfriend? It's like, yeah, I'm asking, can I be your girlfriend? And I'm asking, can we have sex right now to seal the damn deal? I mean, like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so we had sex. I mean, I already had sex with her, in the show, but not with we had sex without the cameras rolling, with nobody around. So it was a little bit different and very intimate and stuff. But yeah, I beat it up, which was good. Scarlett ain't no little girl anymore. And she definitely grew up, a lot. She got a lot older. So she was like, David, that felt so good. I mean, that was even better than when he was in the show. I'm like, you didn't like it in the show? It's like, I liked it in the show, but that was only like 5 minutes. And I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of come and stuff when you were doing that in the show. I'm like, oh, you did? It's like, yeah. Because, you can make a girl come in like 5 minutes if you keep hitting that spot. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. That means nice to know that. She's like, so I'm guessing that we are like a thing and everything. You know the story about how me and my boyfriend broke up. I'm like, uh-huh. So what you telling everybody? You broke up with him? So like, I ain't telling anybody that we broke up. I mean, he broke up with me. I mean, well, I ain't gonna sit there and lie about it. He did break up with me. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, he broke up with me. I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, maybe it was for the best because I mean, eventually we were gonna end up doing something. So it's like, I guess it had to be for the best. I'm like, oh, it had to be, huh, Scarlett? It's like, I guess it had to. So, yeah, we did end up having sex again. Now, Scarlett, I kind of figured that we was going to end up dating for in real time and everything like that because she was, sending me a lot of photos. And I was like wondering, like, what did she know that she was sending me these new photos? Like, I was wondering if she knew. But I had to ask her. I'm like, you've been sending me like nude photos to my phone. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, She's like, you couldn't pick up then that I was attracted to you when I was sending you those photos. I'm like, I thought you were sending it to the wrong person, or and it just was coming to my phone. It's like I was sending it to you. I'm like, oh, you was? Like, yeah, I knew who I was sending it to. I'm like, oh, I mean, I didn't know you was. I mean, She's like, what? I knew what I was doing. I was baiting your ass in. I'm like, oh, you were. It's like, yeah, I was getting you. I wanted to send you photos to get your thing on the heart. And did it work? I'm like, yeah, it definitely worked. She's like, good, because that's what I wanted. I wanted you to think about me more. So I'm like, you a nasty girl. It's like, oh, I'm nasty. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, I mean, I wasn't the one just beating my back in just now, but I'm nasty though. I mean, I get it. I'm like, yeah, Scarlett. So you gonna tell your mom about me? It's like, yeah. I mean, what's the hide? You my boyfriend. I'm like, okay. It's like, I mean, she never liked my boyfriend I was with. She hated him. So I'm like, she did. It's like, yeah, she ain't never liked my boyfriend I was with. She couldn't stand his ass. That's why he never came over my mom and stuff house when she had like dinners and big events. I mean, she wasn't the only one that couldn't stand him. My whole family never liked my boyfriend. They all hated his ass. So I'm like, they did. She's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yep, I was the only one that tolerated his shit. And everybody was like, why the fuck are you still with him? Like, what do you see in him? Like, everybody in my family said that shit. Even my fucking friends. They all said that same shit. So I'm like, oh, damn. You should listen to your friends. She was like, well, we ain't together no more. So there's nothing to listen to. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, and he actually did me a favor when he broke up with me. He really did, because I was actually about to break up with him. So if it didn't happen that day, it was going to happen eventually. So we did end up having sex, which was really good. And then I had went to go see my baby Erica, from Stranger Things, and I had to thug with her. So I had to go see Erica. So now it was like, Sunday. So Erica, she's staying at one of my apartments. She's not going home. So she opened the door. She's like, I was just about to send you some pictures. Well, I guess you came. You knew what you wanted. I'm like, yeah, girl. It's like, oh, David, I've been throwing up. I mean, it might be too early to like get a pregnancy test, but you could get a girl pregnant real fast. So I got one anyway. I'm like, so it's like I wanted to take it with you here. I mean, because I've been throwing up, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the food that I've been eating. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, I'm gonna take it right now. So I'm glad you came. You came like right on time. So Erica takes the pregnancy test, and she kisses him, and we end up having sex or whatever while we're waiting for the results. I ended up beating it up or whatever. So as I was done having sex with Erica, she kind of like turned over and looked at the pregnancy test and picked it up. And she was just like, David, I'm pregnant. I knew it. I'm like, it's like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I felt it. I'm like, you felt it? She's like, yeah, I mean, because you've been coming at me extremely hard. You don't pull your dick out. And you don't wear any condoms. So I'm like, oh, okay. You just going to keep reminding me that I don't wear condoms. She's like, you told me you don't like wearing them. So I'm like, okay. So like, and you don't pull out when you come. You like leave it in. So yeah, I'm pregnant. I knew it, but I felt it because I kept throwing up. Every time I kept eating, and I knew it wasn't the food. Because the food, it wasn't nothing wrong with the food. Like, the food wasn't expired. Everything that I was cooking was good food. So it couldn't have been the food. So I'm like, oh, okay. She was like, so I was just like, I know I'm not having food poisoning. Because when you have food poisoning, it's a different feeling from having food poisoning from just throwing the fuck up. So I'm like, I get what she's saying. She was like, yeah, so I know I ain't had no food poisoning. Because my stomach would have been hurting and everything. And plus, when you got food poisoning, you be sweating and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, that is true. She's like, So I just was like, at first I was scared. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I should get a pregnancy test, because if people see me, they see my face and see me get a pregnancy test, they be like, that's that girl from Stranger Things. What's she doing getting a pregnancy test? They already think that I'm 13 years old. So they don't even think that I'm like 19 or whatever. So it's like, I already know it's gonna be running through their head. So I'm like, then I realize, I'm like, oh shit, I could put on a fucking mask and they won't even know it's me. So I put on a mask, put on a hat, whatever, put on some sunglasses, and they didn't even know that it was me. They couldn't even tell it was me. I bought the damn pregnancy test or whatever, and then I came back. So I'm like, okay. She's like, the only thing is telling my damn mother now. So she was like, my mother already said it. She was like, girl, you left here, you gonna come back pregnant and everything, but I'm not going back. So I'm like, you talk to your mother. She's like, I talked to her on the phone, and she was just like, girl, you done ran away from home, and you gonna end up coming back all knocked up and everything after he done put all his semen in you. So I mean, I'm not gonna even tell her I'm pregnant for a while. I'm like, you're not gonna tell her? It's like, no, cause I ain't coming home. I already made my mind up. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, I ain't even gotta get no more clothes, cause I mean, I'll just buy new clothes and stuff. I mean, whatever. I'm like, okay, so, cause them clothes I was gonna give away to Goodwill anyway. I was just gonna give it away to like the thrift store or something. I don't know, but I wasn't gonna wear them again any damn way. So I was gonna get new clothes anyway. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah. I always get new clothes around the summertime. I always get a whole bunch of new clothes around the summertime anyway. So it's like around the time where I need to start getting clothes for like the summertime and the springtime or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So like, yeah, so and I already got control of my bank accounts. So my mom don't control my shit. I'm like, oh, she don't. She's like, no. I'm like, look, baby, I want to do this video game, Stranger Things. She like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta have the cast aboard. Like y'all all gotta be like, on board with it. Y'all all gotta do, play y'all parts and shit. She's like, oh, in the game. I'm like, yeah, y'all all gotta come to the building and put the suits on so they can make the video game. So she's like, oh, okay. So what is it? Is it gonna be on like the Play Store game app? I'm like, no, it's gonna be like on PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. She's like, I love Nintendo Switch. I'm like, you do? She's like, I got a Nintendo Switch. I left it at my house though. I'm like, you got one? She's like, I'm gonna just order another one. I'm like, oh, you got a Nintendo Switch? She's like, I love Nintendo Switch. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, I always kind of like get the pink kind so I can really girly file it up, like get the case for it, because you can buy cases for it and stuff. You can really like pimp that shit out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So a fucking Nintendo Switch is like a phone, right? Like you can text from a Nintendo Switch and all that shit. I don't know if you can call out, but I do know you can text people from a Nintendo Switch. I'm like, you can't say, yeah, the expensive one, the real expensive ones, you can. Like the ones that cost like 800, like almost $1,000. You can text people from that shit. But they got cheap ones that cost like 150 and shit like that. But the ones that cost like almost 1,000, them bitches, yeah, you definitely can like text out. I'm like, a price like that, you better be able to text some damn body. It's like, yeah, you can text people and you can get on the internet and shit. Like you can get it on Wi-Fi and shit. Like look at YouTube on there and everything. I'm like, you on a fucking Nintendo Switch? You're like, yeah. I'm like, that's some wild ass shit. Oh, okay. I ain't never even know that. She's like, yeah. I mean, lots of girls really play Nintendo Switch. Like, lots of girls buy Nintendo Switches. I'm like, okay, so yeah, so I love Nintendo Switch. I left that shit at home too. I forgot that I was mad too because I really did. I was thinking about bringing that shit with me. And the fact that you said that shit just fucking made me mad because I really wanted that shit. Now I just don't feel like running into my mother. So it's like, I'm going to just order me another one. What's the address here? So I told her and stuff like that. I'm like, look, you can't tell the cash you living with me and stuff. That's gonna piss off the other girls. She's like, maybe I want to piss them off. I'm like, you want to piss them? It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I get it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm like, you was like, yeah, I will. But they will find out eventually we having sex. I'm like, how? It's like, cause I just found out I'm pregnant. And eventually my stomach gonna start showing. I'm like, oh, she like, you get the pregnancy weight on the body, the stomach, the ass, the thighs, and all start showing. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, I always had a chunky ass face. So yeah, that's probably gonna be like, oh, your face got a little bit plumper, because my cheeks always been like really fat and flabby a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you do got that kind of face. She's like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, they probably figure it out. They might not figure it out. I don't know. So we did end up having sex, again, me and Erica. I can't really tell her what to do with her mom. I can't tell her. you know, to basically, I can't tell this girl to to make up with her mother. You know what I mean? That's her mom and shit like that. I mean, I don't know her relationship. I mean, she'll do that on her time and shit. You feel me? So yeah, after I was done with Erica, it was about time for me to go back and to my wife or whatever. But I did have to check up on Thugalicious, which is Zendaya. And you know, I always gotta check up on Thugalicious. So I called up Zendaya. I'm like, what up, Thugalicious? She's like, David, stop fucking calling me that. So I'm like, what? It's like, you know, I'm looking at that fucking episode where you know what? You're a piece of shit. You ain't nothing but a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, you know, it's like, stop calling me fucking Thugalicious. I'm like, your name is Thugalicious. She's like, that is a cartoon character on the Boondocks. And stop calling me that shit. I'm like, I'm gonna call you that. That's your name. She's like, David, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass when I see you in person. I'm tired of you calling me that. So I'm like, all right, look, I gotta get ready I'm like, I gotta get ready for rehearsals, you know, on SNL. She's like, you gonna be on SNL? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm like, well, the cast of Creed gonna be there too. She's like, yeah, I needed to talk to you about them fucking sex scenes. I'm like, you already talked to me about it. She's like, well, I need to talk to your ass again. Not feeling them, David. I looked at that episode, that second one, a million damn times. Not feeling that shit. Not feeling it. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, you need to bring your ass to me front and center. You need to see my face, David, cause part of me think you like that Scarlet girl. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, y'all sex scene was very intense, so damn intense that I had to look at it like a million times to just make sure that I was seeing what I was seeing. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, you know goddamn well what I mean, and stop asking me what I mean. So I'm like, okay. Look, I gotta go. I'm gonna call you back. She's like, no, you gonna bring your ass to me after you done that SNL shit. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, cause we definitely gotta talk about them sex scenes. Not feeling them, not feeling them. So I go on my website, see what my fans talking about. And they like, this girl was like with her friends and they were eating this stuff and geeking, and she was like, oh shit, I forgot I turned this damn live on. All right, y'all. Y'all know we are here to talk about the news of David Sims. It has been confirmed that David Sims is going to be on SNL. The whole cast of Creed, the whole cast of Creed cousin will be on SNL. Yes. So you know that shit is getting up. You know shit getting intense. Cause in the show, David is dating Reginae Carter, and there's people saying that David is dating Reginae Carter in real fucking life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think he dating her ass in real life too. But you know, Reginae has definitely been very quiet about it. You know, she's not really the type of girl to really like tell you who she's actually really dating and shit. So she's been really quiet about it. But when she was asked about it in an interview, she kind of like was smiling really hard and stuff. She just kept laughing. Not in a bad way. She was laughing like, it was like a, you know when you like blushing and when you laughing and you blushing at the same time. That was the kind of laugh that she did when the interviewer had asked her about, you know, David and her being in a real relationship. And she basically gave it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't even say, no, it's not true. She just kept laughing, like, and her face was turning red, like, you know what I'm saying? So she basically gave it away. Y'all girls be telling on y'all damn selves. Y'all can't even hold it together, even if y'all wanted to be private about that shit. Now, the girl Scarlett just got on her Instagram live and said that her and her boyfriend just broke up because of the second episode. So she was straight up honest about it. She said the second episode broke up her relationship. So she didn't even look like she fucking cared. She wasn't even crying or anything like that. She was actually laughing and stuff, which was really fucking weird. So, you know, she was laughing and stuff. It's like when you kill some damn body and you tell somebody you kill them and you laughing as you saying that shit. That shit is weird, ain't it? That shit creepy. So it's like that's how that felt when she was saying that her and her boyfriend broke up over the second episode of Creed Cousin, she wasn't even crying, because usually when a girl break up with their boyfriend that they care about, they be crying and stuff, and they be emotional and shit. She wasn't none of that shit. And then the weirdest shit, after she said that shit and told us the story, some of the damn story of what happened, the weirdest shit, this bitch started talking about David. Out the blue. Out the blue. So she like, ain't David cute? He cute, yo, ain't he? So she was like, what y'all think? Y'all think me and David should be together? Y'all ship me and David? Like, she was saying some weird ass shit. So what I'm saying is like, I don't even know how it's going to be on set for David for the SNL, because the guest appearance is fucking Selena Gomez. And you know that David was fucking Selena Gomez. So it's like, I don't even know how this shit gonna be. I mean, his wife tnerra just was on her Instagram, and she just said that she's actually going with David to the SNL set. She will be with him, and they're taking the babies, even though they newborns and stuff like that. But if that is fucking true, if he is taking his wife tnerra, which is a badass idea, but if he is taking his damn wife tnerra, she probably gonna see some shit that is definitely gonna piss her ass off. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I know this shit gonna be like a real damn soap opera, because it's gonna be, oh my goodness, wow. I wish I could see what the fuck is gonna happen when he step on that set of SNL. Because this gonna be the biggest SNL fucking show in the world. Like, this shit is gonna be huge for David. You see what I'm saying? Like, he already huge, but what I'm saying, like, he gonna make that show bigger than what it is. He gonna make that show big, like huge. Just him being on that fucking show. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I don't really look at SNL like that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really look at that show like that, because I think it's stupid. But I will look at that shit when it come on with David. I will definitely look at that shit with David in it. You know I'm gonna look at that shit. But it's like, I don't really be looking at SNL like that. It really don't intrigue me like that. But a lot of people, for some reason, find that shit funny. So it's like, you know, I'm definitely gonna watch it with David in it. 100%. Like, David in that shit, I'm watching it. I'm on that shit. And the show already got a fucking second season. Like, it got renewed for a second season. But why am I not surprised? Like, why am I not surprised that the show got renewed for a second season? Why am I not surprised? Because I already knew that it was going to be another season. Everybody knew that. Like, this damn show is a hit. You'd be dumb not to bring it back for another damn season. Like, HBO know how to make that fucking money. They're like, oh, hell no. We got to bring this shit back. We definitely got to bring this shit back for another season. Like, fuck no. Fuck all the other shows. Fuck all the other shows. We going to focus on this. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. And also, I heard that The Last of Us got a second season, but then they not bringing back the other girl that plays Ella or Ellie. And then they showed the girl that's going to be playing Ellie. I don't think she can pull it off. Because why would they get rid of that girl? She was doing so fucking good. You see what I'm saying? So they like, it's a reason why we not bringing her back, because it's a time jump that we gonna be doing, and it's not gonna look right with her still looking the same age and stuff like that. I'm like, well, can't you put fucking makeup on her, make her hair look different? And you know what I'm saying? You can fix her hair up to make her look a lot older than what she is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be like, it's gonna take y'all like a year or two to film that shit. So she gonna get a little older as she's working and training for the fucking shit. So it's like, y'all really got rid of her? Like, that was a dumbass move for them. Like, cause I really don't see that other girl being Ellie. I'm just not gonna buy that shit. So it's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna look at the second season. I don't even know, because they already done pissed me off because they replaced her with another girl. So it's like, and then they talking about a damn time jump. That don't make no damn sense. The girl gonna get older as she's fucking training and rehearsing for the fucking show. You know, to film the second season, she's gonna get a lot older, so she ain't gonna stay the same age. So what I'm saying is, like, they could have kept her and fixed her fucking hair up and stuff like that. HBO, you doing dumb shit. You doing stupid ass shit. Talking about a damn time jump. That don't even make any damn sense. Fuck you mean? So anyway, but I did hear that girl that played Ellie in The Last of Us is gonna be in the 3D version of The Last of Us with David and his version. So that shit coming on Netflix. So all I'm saying is like that shit is probably going that shit when that shit come out on Netflix, that shit gonna probably it's gonna overshadow that fucking Last of Us shit. You know why? Because ain't nobody gonna wanna see her ass. Nobody is not gonna wanna see her. That girl do not look like she can play Ellie. She just don't look like it. I don't think she got it in her. So it's like, I don't give a damn. I don't care. If that Ellie ain't coming back, if that fucking girl ain't coming back as Ellie, I'm not watching that shit. I'm fucking protesting. And anyway, my fucking mind is all on David and that Creed cousin, cause that boy is fine as shit. Oh, did y'all know that David had a show on there called Jesse, all grown up, and Scott Jackson and them, they got family together. Y'all, I was looking at that show. That shit is a good ass show too. Like, oh my god, that shit blew my fucking mind away how good that show was. Cause I really never thought that Scott Jackson could act. But she definitely outdid herself in that fucking show. Like, she really did. She surprised the hell out of me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She really fucking did. She really surprised me. She did her thing in there. You know what I mean? I don't know if he really fucking Scott Jackson. Don't ask me that shit. So so that girl was funny as shit. Like, she was really fucking funny. I mean, a lot of my fans, they are funny as shit. They just funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be making me laugh. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm like at the mansion. I get out the car, or whatever, and I come in. I'm like, baby, are you ready? She's like, yeah, honey. So I'm like, yeah, damn, girl, looking thick in that skirt. She's like, yeah, I mean, I wanted you to get to it a lot faster. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's like, oh, you are. So I'm kissing her. It's like, David, I don't know if we should bring the babies. I'm like, look, we bringing them. Okay. It's like, okay. So I'm like, go get the strollers. She's like, all right. So she get the strollers. We put the babies in there and stuff like that. She's like, where's that thing you put over the strollers? So I put it over. I put the little thing, the little quilt thing that I put over the strollers and strap it down. She was like, that. I like that. That's so cute. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, she's like, can I come with y'all? I mean, I can watch the babies in the trailer while you with your wife tnerra. So she's like, can she? Cause I mean, the babies can be in the trailer. She can watch them while I'm like, with you and see, cause if I'm with you, them girls ain't gonna do anything. So I'm like, um, no, baby. She's like, baby, oh my god, I want to see the set of SNL. I'm like, fine, okay, she can come. She's like, all right, you can come. So she get in the car or whatever. She's like, baby, why are you looking like you mad? I'm like, I'm not looking like I'm mad. It's like, but I'm like, because baby, we gotta go to the set of we gotta go to the gaming place, to work on the video game more after this. She's like, oh, we do? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay. So her friend Jasmine like, wait, y'all got a video game coming out? She's like, yeah, we doing a video game about our love story. So she's like, oh, well, that's cool. So she's like, yeah. So well, I guess, I mean, she's just gonna come with us. I'm like, oh, it's like, David, she's cool. I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. So we get to the SNL set or whatever, right? And tnerra, she's all over me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my wife tnerra, she kind of wore like this short little skirt thing. You kind of can see her underwears or whatever like that. So, I ain't gonna lie, that producer pissed me off right away. The producer, one of the producers was like looking up my wife's skirt. He was like, He's like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Yo, that's my wife. So he's like, oh, I'm sorry, David. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? You just looked up my wife's skirt. So tnerra was like, what? He looked up, ew, excuse me. I feel violated. Why are you looking at my fucking skirt? So he was like, I'm sorry. I mean, I am a man. I mean, that's what men do. I'm like, yo, are you fucking kidding me right now? Because I will literally walk off this set. They was like, no, 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 David. I didn't mean no harm. I didn't even know it was you. I'm sorry. So I'm like, yo, that's my wife, yo. I don't even feel comfortable with my wife being here. You just looked up her skirt. So he's like, yo, I'm sorry, yo, I apologize about that. So she's like, he really looked at my skirt. I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh my God. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't feel comfortable. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna be with you anyway. She's gonna have the babies in the trailer and I'll be with you. So I'm like, okay. So I remember we go onto the set and everything. And Selena Gomez was the first one to see me. So she sees me with my wife tnerra. She sees the babies in the stroller and the other girl Jasmine that's with us. And Selena like, oh wow, so this is your wife tnerra. So she's like, yeah. So then she's like, you brought your wife tnerra to an SNL rehearsal. So I'm like, yeah. I mean, she wanted to come. So she's like, yeah. Is there a problem while I'm here? I mean, what, I'm not supposed to be here? So she's like, I mean, I just didn't think he would actually bring you. So she's like, well, why wouldn't he? I'm his wife. So she's like, okay, well, wow. So here's the script, David. So I guess I'll be in my trailer. So Selena Gomez goes in her trailer. Her friends was in there. She's like, did you see David? She's like, he didn't come by himself. So they was like, well, who he come with? So she was like, his fucking wife. Can you fucking believe it? He brought his fucking wife. So they was like, wait, he brought his wife tnerra? So they was like, the girl is not famous? So Selena like, yeah, the girl is not famous. So she like, well, you still can tell him how you feel. So I ain't gonna lie, Selena did look like she had a little baby bump. She's like, you have to tell him that you pregnant. She's like, he ain't gonna believe me that it's his. So she's like, then tell him you'll get a DNA test. So she's like, okay. She's like, you need to tell him, you need to talk to him. Find a way to get his ass by himself so you can talk to him. She's like, I mean, she ain't gonna be around him all the time as he rehearsing. She gonna have to be in the trailer. So she's like, yeah. So when y'all take a break, y'all go into like a room or something and talk. So I remember my wife sees the girl Scarlett. So no, she sees yeah, she sees Scarlett. And so Scarlett walks up to me. She's like, "Hi, David. Hey, wow, oh, you're tnerra?" So she's like, "Yeah, I'm tnerra." She's like, "The wife. Is these the babies? Can I see them?" So she's like, "No, they still no." She's like, "No, they still newborns. We really don't like people like up in their faces yet. Too many germs." So she's like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm not dirty or anything. I just washed up and everything. I'm very sanitized. So she's like, yeah, I mean, I believe that. You look very clean, but we don't want to take that chance. She was like, but I don't have anything. She was like, yeah, even though you don't have anything, we still don't want to take that risk. So she's like, okay, all right. So she's like, hi, David. So she's like, let me get my script. So Regine comes on set. When Regine comes on set, I remember she looks at Regine and Regine looks at her and they just look at each other. Regine didn't even come over. So she just kind of just looked at my wife and then Michael B. Jordan comes in. I don't even think he's in a relationship, but he came in with like the girl that plays his wife, in the movie and in the series. And they came in together, and tnerra was like, "That's Michael B. Jordan." So I'm like, "Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is in the show." So she was like, "He is in the show. I didn't think he was gonna come." Okay. So Michael B. Jordan was like, "What's up, David?" I'm like, "What's up, Michael?" He was like, "Who is this? Is this your wife?" So I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, what's up? What's up?" He was like, "What's up, tnerra? I know who you are." So she was like, "Okay, how you doing?" So he's like, "You more famous than me." So she's like, I mean, I don't think that's possible, but okay. So all I remember is, he was like, your wife is a pretty girl. You should be wearing that short stuff. So she's like, oh, I wore this for David. So he looking at my damn wife. He looking at my wife. So I grabbed my wife and I, put her in the trailer and she's just like, David, why'd you do that? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You was flirting with Michael B. Jordan. It's like, I was not flirting with Michael B. Jordan. He was the one giving me compliments. I wasn't flirting with him. What are you talking about? So I'm like, he was literally sizing your ass up. So she was like, okay, and I wasn't sizing him up either. Like, what? David, I swear I'm not. What the fuck are you even thinking in your head right now? I'm like, I'm not thinking nothing in my head, but he was flirting with you. She's like, okay, yeah, he was, David. But that ain't that a good thing that he finds your wife attractive? Ain't that a good thing? I mean, that should be a really good thing. I'm like, she's like that you have an attractive wife on your arm, David. That should be good. And I didn't know he was really looking up my skirt and stuff. I'm like, look, you're my damn wife. Okay, she's like, yes, I'm your wife. I'm like, okay, so why? She's like, David, I was not flirting with him. Okay, I was not. Okay, I don't know what your definition of flirting is, but I wasn't flirting. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, I definitely wasn't flirting. So me and tnerra did end up having sex. We ended up cutting up and having sex or whatever, which was really good. And and then her friend had came in there with the babies. I told them to stay in the trailer and stuff. And tnerra was like, he is pissed off at me. So she's like, what about that Michael Jordan? She was like, what about that Michael B. Jordan stuff? I mean, he was flirting with you though. So she was like, but I wasn't flirting with him back. She's like, you kind of was flirting with him back. So she was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't, what was I doing? She's like, you was smiling a little bit too hard. And she's like, it's Michael B. Jordan. Like, he is cute as shit. I can't lie about that. Like, it's Michael B. Jordan. So she's like, so would you let him fuck? If y'all was alone in like a hotel room or something, would you let him fuck? So she's like, I'm just be real. It's only me and you in here. I wouldn't even tell David. Just be real. Would you let him have sex with you? So she's like, yeah, I probably would let him have sex with me, but I wouldn't make him a man. I'm sorry, would you tell David? She was like, no, because I wouldn't want to break his heart. And I still do really genuinely love David. So no, and plus we have a family together. So she's like, that's some cruddy shit. So you would actually let him fuck? She's like, yo, that's like a hard pass. Like, come on, it's Michael B. Jordan. Like he would have to understand that. I'm like, no, he wouldn't because he's famous too. You know how that would make him feel? Like, that would be fucked up. That would be really fucked up. It's like, but who said I was really gonna actually go through with that shit? Like, come on. She's like, but y'all both got Instagrams. So, like, if he wanted to DM you, he could DM you. Like, David doesn't have an Instagram. You see what I'm saying? Like, how would he know that y'all even talking on Instagram? Because he don't have it. So what I'm saying is, like, if Michael B. Jordan wanted to talk to you, he could actually fucking do it. So she's like, what are you saying? If he was to DM me, would I DM him back? She's like, yeah, would you? Let's say if he DM'd your ass tonight and said, damn, you look so sexy, like I'm trying to talk to you. Would you do it? Would you talk to him? So she's like, no. No, because I know that it would be wrong. Like, no, I wouldn't do it. She's like, so you want to talk? She's like, no, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I don't even like talking to people through DMs because people like to like leak DMs and shit and put shit on, online and all that shit. And you know what? I'm not that stupid. So no, I wouldn't DM him back. I wouldn't do it because even though it would be tempting to, I wouldn't do it. And plus David will probably find out about that shit. So it's like, no, it wouldn't be worth it. To lose my family over, it just wouldn't be worth it. So she's like, mm-hmm. So I'm talking to Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to you about something before we start rehearsing this shit. He's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, yo, that's my wife, yo. I mean, I don't appreciate you looking at my wife the way you was. He's like, yo, I wouldn't do that to you, yo. We a family, like we work on a TV series together. That's a hit show on HBO, man. I would never want to fuck up our relationship as friends. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, your wife is beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. Y'all got some nice kids, even though I couldn't see them because they was in the stroller. But I mean, y'all got a family together. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't fuck up a family. I'm not like that. So I'm like, all right. He's like, I mean, I just think she is beautiful. I will say that. But that's just my opinion. I would never make you feel uncomfortable though. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So yeah, we rehearsing for the SNL thing, right? So we rehearsing, and they're like, "David, you're doing really good. You're doing good." I'm like, "No, the fuck, I'm not." I'm like, "Look, I can do better than this, man. Look, my mind is on something else right now." So I remember we did end up doing it really good and getting the SNL sketches all right and everything like that. And they was like, "Now look." Everybody is coming to see David. So we're gonna put the spotlight on David a lot, like a whole lot. So they was like, so what are we gonna get any airtime? They was like, you gonna get some damn airtime, but this is gonna be the biggest damn show or the biggest episode on SNL. David is gonna be in SNL. You don't think the whole world gonna want to see this shit? This is David. We gotta put the spotlight on David. This is where the money is. So they like, all right, well, I guess we understand. They was like, look, y'all ain't gonna have no choice but to understand. So we doing real good. So then I take a break. I go in the trailer with my wife, tnerra. She's like, baby, I'm like, look, maybe we shouldn't work on the video game today. She's like, baby, what the hell are you mad at me for? Why are you mad at me? I swear that I didn't know that he was flirting with me. So she's like, you are really like, you acting like I'm cheating on your ass right now. So I'm like, look, he was looking up your skirt, and it was, I don't know, it looked like you was like letting him look up there. It's like, David, I'm wore this skirt for you, so when you wanted to have sex with me, you could. I mean, to turn you on more. But obviously, you know what? Fine. I won't wear something like this again. So I'm like, yeah, you should. And she's like, okay, David, I won't. God damn. So she's like, I did this for you, and now you just backfiring, like throwing it in my face. I'm like, I'm throwing it in your face. You making people look up your damn skirt. She's like, David, I'm not wearing it for those fucking assholes. Okay, I'm wearing it for you. And I can't help it if they looking at my fucking skirt and stuff, David. You know, they idiots and they fucking, I'm not a little girl, so I can't call them pedophiles, David. But I don't care what they think. I didn't wear it for them. So I'm like, She's like, so what? You know, horny? So I'm like, I'm always horny. It's like, David, can we just have sex and forget this shit ever happened? Because I'm not worried about him like you're my husband. So we ended up having sex, which was really good, by the way. It was good. It was amazing. So now, took a little break. You know, everybody was eating and stuff. My wife went to go get some food from the little bar thing, and I'm in the trailer with the babies. And Jasmine is like out there with her getting some food. So Michael B. Jordan decides to go over to the little food bar thing where my wife was at. Now, mind you, Selena Gomez was at the food bar. Regina Carter was there. You know, the girl Scarlett. So all of them was all there to see what happened. So I'm not there. I'm in the trailer with the babies. So Michael B. Jordan like, damn, god damn, you sure David know how to handle that? So she's like, yeah, he knows how to handle it. So he's like, okay. So she's like, you know, if he didn't, I wouldn't be pregnant again. So he's like, oh, you pregnant again? Oh, congratulations. Okay. Uh-huh. So what's your Instagram? So she's like, my Instagram. So he's like, yeah, what's your info for your Instagram so I can follow you? So she's like, I don't think that's a good idea. So he's like, wow, I mean, it's nothing wrong with us just being friends, me following you. Well, I mean, can I get your Instagram? Are you a friend? So she was like, yeah, I'm a friend Jasmine, but I'm definitely not in this shit. I'm just over here to get some food. So he was like, you ain't gonna tell me your Insta, you gonna make me beg. She was like, you know, I'm flattered you found me attractive and everything, but I'm not interested. So he's like, I'm just trying to get your Instagram so I can follow you. That's all. I was just trying to follow you. So she was like, I'm okay. So she get the food and stuff like that. And Jasmine comes in the trailer and she was like, Michael B. Jordan is all over your wife. I'm like, what you mean? He touching her? He was like, she was like not touching her, but he like literally flirting with her, asking for her Instagram and everything. She didn't give it to him, but you better get your ass out there. I watch the babies. So I'm walking out there. He was like, come on, just tell me your Insta. Like, come on, just tell me. So I'm like, why you want to know our damn Insta? So he like, oh, you know, so I can follow her, you know, like as a friend, you know, I would follow you if you had an Instagram. So tnerra like, it's not what you think, baby. I didn't give it to him. I'm like, get your ass in that fucking trailer. Let me see your fucking phone. So I remember I deleted the Instagram on her phone, whatever. I deleted the app. And he like, yo, it's not with you. I'm like, yo, would you just trying to flirt with my fucking wife behind my back. So Scarlett was like, I think that's what he was doing. And he was like, and who are you? So she was like, I'm Scarlett. I'm the girl that plays in the show with you. You was flirting with his wife. All of the famous girls like Selena Gomez, Regina Carter, they all admitted that he was trying to get at my fucking wife tnerra. It was like, yeah, he was. He was definitely he was dead ass serious about getting that Insta. Like he was trying, I think, sliding her DMs. So I'm like, yo, are you fucking kidding me right now? So he like, yo, I mean, look, I'm just, like you got a lot of girlfriends anyway. You can share your wife. I'm like, share my wife? Are you fucking kidding me right now? So Selena like, she looking and they already know. Once you blow my damn horn, once you like get me pissed off, because it takes a lot to draw me over the edge. And one thing that draws me over the edge is my damn wife. So, and we got family together. Now, once you start talking sideways about my damn wife, you're going to see a side of me that you never seen before. So, I just remember like, what the fuck you say? Share my damn wife. He's like, man, come on now. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm talking about, I blacked out, y'all. I whipped this nigga ass so bad. Took his phone, broke his phone. I fucked up the whole set of SNL. We wasn't filming, we was just rehearsing. But I whipped his ass so bad that he ended up in the fucking hospital. Like he left in the ambulance. So tnerra was like, why's the ambulance here? So Jasmine like, you ain't know what happened? So she's like, no. She's like, girl, you need to get on YouTube. They talking about it right now. She's like, talking about what? What happened? So she's like, oh, David, why did he fight? He fought Michael B. Jordan. So Jasmine like, that man was being disrespectful right up in his damn face. Talking about something, he can share his damn wife. So tnerra like, oh, he said that? Oh, but then I guess he deserved to get his ass whooped. So I blacked out and I'm mad at tnerra because she made me get out of my damn character. So tnerra like, baby, I'm like, get out of my fucking face. So she's like, David, it's not my fault. I'm like, tnerra, I said move. So like, but I didn't. So she started crying and stuff, and Jasmine like, you just should stay out of his damn way right now. He in rage. He in definitely rage. You might as well just stay out of his way. I think you should. It should be the best thing for you. So she's like, but I didn't do anything. So she like, you wore that short ass skirt. You definitely did something. So she's like, but I wore it for him. I don't. So she get up. She's like, David, why are you treating me like this? I'm like, get the hell out of my damn face. Why don't you go talk to Michael B. Jordan? Because he in the hospital now. So she's like, David, I don't want him. So I'm like, look, get the fuck out of my damn face. I ain't for this shit right now. She's like, David, you not being fair right now. This is not fair. So I'm like, okay, do you want to tell me what's fucking fair? You want to tell me what's fair? So it's like, David, I didn't do. So I slammed the door and then she like walking after me. She walking after me. It's like, David, why are you walking away from me? So I'm like, you ready? She's like, no, I'm not getting out of your face to tell me why are you treating me so bad? Because I didn't do anything. I'm like, you did do something. You wore that damn skirt. It's like, how was I supposed to know that he was going to act that way, David? You think that I knew he was going to be attracted to me? I did not know that. So why are you treating me like I knew that? So I'm like, go in the fucking trailer with the babies. It's like, fine, whatever. You don't want to talk to me? You want to be a kid? Then be a fucking kid. So she go into the trailer and she slams the door and then she started crying and stuff. And so Jasmine like, you want that pizza in there? I mean, that you want the rest of your food? She was like, go ahead and eat it. I don't fucking care. So she's like, you ain't gonna eat. She's like, I don't care. Just go ahead. So she started crying and stuff like that. And I had to realize that it started to hit me that I am like treating my wife bad, because I mean, how the fuck did she know that the nigga was gonna do all that stuff? But I was just mad, I was mad, And so I go in there and I'm like, kissing on her. She was still mad at me because I was making her feel bad. She's like, no, David, because I ain't doing anything to you and you're just being mean to me. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, baby. But she's like, look, I didn't know that he was going to be attracted to me or that all the other producers or whatever would look at me that way. I'm like, look, That's why I really didn't want to bring you, baby. She's like, and I'm fine with that, David. I'll just stay home next time. I'm like, yeah, with the babies, that'll be. She's like, I'm like, look, look, I don't want people looking at my wife, okay? She's like, I understand, David, I get it. And I don't want no fucking Michael B. Jordan. I want you. So I'm like, okay, so like, yes, so I'm sorry if you thought that, but I didn't give him my Instagram. You deleted my Instagram on my phone. I'm like, yeah, I did. It's like, okay. I'm like, so we ended up having sex and making love and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I just didn't think it's a right thing to bring my wife to an SNL set, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Michael B. Jordan was kind of, well, he was definitely out of line. He was out of line, and everybody online was talking about this shit. So as we still rehearsing the scenes, and it takes like 2 whole weeks to really like rehearse for an SNL skit and shit like that. So yeah, we rehearsing. It was our first day of rehearsing the SNL and shit. And then I'm like, do you still want to go to the video game and work on the video game? She's like, yeah, of course, baby. Like, take me home first so I can change. I'm like, okay, it's like, yeah, because I don't want that same shit happening there. I'm definitely going to put on some sweatpants or something. I'm like, okay, so like, yeah, because I'm not going to make that same mistake. Take me home first so I can change and then we can go there. I'm like, all right. She's like, sound like a plan? I'm like, yeah, it's like, okay. So I looked at her phone. She didn't download the app of Instagram. She actually I thought she was gonna download it again and like but she actually didn't. She actually did not download the app. So I was very surprised about that. So anyway, so I remember I'm on my website, my fans talking about what happened. So this group of girls, they on there and they like, all right, y'all know, all right, so let's just be real. David beat the shit out of Michael B. Jordan. Had a good ass reason though. So David took his wife and his kids, and I already like there was somebody on here that said that David was taking his damn wife, but I didn't believe that he was. I mean, because why would you take your wife to an SNL fucking type of rehearsal? All types of shit happens at that fucking shit. So it's like, so he took his wife and his kids, whatever. Michael B. Jordan was definitely flirting with that man's wife. Now, Selena Gomez confirmed that shit, that he was being out of pocket, flirting with that man's wife and shit, asking for an Instagram account. The girl Scarlett confirmed it. Regina Carter, she was even on Instagram Live, and she confirmed the shit. Like, she was like, he was definitely being out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what was in him, like if he was drugged up or whatever, but he was definitely being out of pocket. So David beat the shit out that nigga. Like, and Michael B. Jordan is a big nigga. But David is not normal. So a lot of y'all saying that shit was fake. But y'all gotta realize that David ain't a regular person. So when you look at him, yeah, you might see him being skinny or whatever like that. But he can really throw them fucking hands. This man been trained by God personally. Do you really think that this nigga is a bitch? Like, let's be real now. You really think that all the muscles he got can go up against what David can put out? The man got physical fucking powers. One punch can kill his ass. So it's like, do you really think that Michael B. Jordan can actually beat David because of the size difference? Y'all niggas are so damn shallow and stupid as shit. Michael B. Jordan is bigger than David. That don't mean shit. Just because somebody got a whole bunch of muscles don't mean that they actually can beat that person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop overlooking shit so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all eyes is so damn deceiving and stupid. Y'all always say the dumbest shit out of y'all mouths. So anyway, back to the story. So Michael B. Jordan got his ass whooped. So obviously they say he in critical condition, which means that David might have beat his ass into a coma. I mean, they said that David blacked the hell out. I mean, like, really blacked out. Selena Gomez said she ain't never seen David act like that before. So Everybody was like, Regina was like, she didn't know what to do. She was just standing there, and the girl Scarlett was like, David was whipping his ass, took his phone, broke his phone, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might have killed that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like it was well deserved because it's like, first of all, you was out of line. You going at that man wife. You know, you saying all this sexual shit to the man wife, and you know you was wrong. And then you know, Selena was like, he was extra wrong when he said that he should share his wife. And if he really said that shit, he definitely deserved to get his ass stomped the hell out. So it's like, if somebody said that shit to me, I would definitely take that shit as disrespect, and you gonna get your ass stomped the hell out. You know what I'm saying? So David had every right. He blacked the hell out. Everybody say he blacked out. They say he really messed up the whole set of SNL. But they wasn't really filming. It was like their first day of rehearsal. So it's not like they were actually filming. So I don't even think that Michael B. Jordan gonna be in that fucking shit. So, cause he just got his ass whooped. So, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was well deserved. Because that lets you know y'all shouldn't be doing shit like that. If a man bring his fucking wife on set, and it don't matter if she wearing a short skirt or not, it don't matter. You don't do no shit like that. That's disrespect. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't come at that man's wife like that. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people be taking David as a bitch because of his size. They be taking him as he's a bitch, but he not. And that nigga definitely seen that shit. So I cannot believe that he did. I mean, because you look at Michael B. Jordan and you would never think he would do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, flirt with somebody's wife and shit. Like, you would never think that he would actually have the heart to do that shit. But, wow. I guess you don't know a person until you see their real actions and shit. And the whole cast of Creed was there, of Creed cousin. Like, even the little girl that plays his daughter, she was there, you know. So David did this in front of like every damn body. But I really don't hold him accountable because he was wrong. That man, he was fucking wrong. You see what I'm saying? You know, and I think that David was probably being more than fair to his ass. I think he was definitely trying to give him the benefit of the doubt before he actually stomped his ass out. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like David didn't just start whipping his ass just to whip his ass. I feel like he had to draw him to that point, you know? And so that's what he did. Now he probably know not to flirt with that man's wife again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And then David's wife, tnerra, if you go on her Instagram, you can't find that shit. So, I don't know. Maybe she deactivated her account or some shit. I don't know. But all I do know is that her shit ain't, you can't find that shit right now. And all this was over him asking for her Instagram and shit like that. But Selena said that he was flirting with her when he first seen her, before he even started asking for the Instagram. So he was like looking up her skirt, saying that she was, you know, sexy and stuff, saying inappropriate shit in front of David. And David took his wife and like dragged her into the trailer, and you could tell that they was probably arguing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, David, don't bring your fucking wife to that SNL shit. Don't bring your wife to that shit. Now you know not to bring her ass to that shit. Because all types of shit happened on that SNL shit. So, I take tnerra home. She changed it to her clothes and stuff like that. And she comes out, you know, she put on like a sweatsuit. And she had the baby. She changed the babies. I helped her, you know, put the baby clothes on there. And I was kind of holding them. She's like, baby, you're holding the babies. I'm like, yeah, well, they all my babies. She's like, oh, look, I got to take a picture of this. Because he do not like holding his daughters because they newborns. So Jasmine like, yeah, I mean, they necks be moving all over the place. She was like, yeah, but you got to prop their neck up as you holding them. So she's like, yeah, I mean, it's still a scary feeling because what if you hurting them and shit? She's like, if you're holding them right. Let me take this picture before David put his damn daughter down and get all nervous and shit. So she take the picture and she's like, "Oh my God! Now see this? This gonna be my screensaver right here. I love this fit. See, this picture is so cute. Oh my God!" So she's like, "Are you ready, David?" So Jasmine like, I guess I can stay here while you doing that. You know, y'all working on y'all video game and stuff. So she's like, "Yeah." So we get in the car, we go to the video game place or whatever like that. And I remember when we go there, you know, we get switched up. Well, not we go inside there and like the girl was like a different pretty girl. She was like, "Hi, David." And we all excited to see you here. We got the outfits over there for y'all to switch into. I'm like, oh, okay. So then this white guy come over. He's like, "Hi, David. Hey, your wife and okay, you got your wife tnerra here, okay, and the kids, the babies, the newborns. So we want to work on the dialogue of you and your wife being like talking in the kitchen. We want to get you in different parts of the house. We actually want to get y'all. We got a little fake car that y'all can be in. We want to get y'all in cars together, riding around in cars and vehicles. We want to get a lot of things done today. We don't want to rush it, but you know, we just want to get a lot of things done in different scenes and stuff. First, we want to start with y'all talking in the kitchen. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." It was like, "All right, we got a lot of things, you know, planned and everything. We seen that stuff with that SNL stuff. Oh man, David, want to apologize, you know, for Michael B. Jordan coming at your wife and everything. I mean, because I got a wife and kids too. And if somebody would have came at my wife like that, I would, I probably would lose my job." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So all I remember is today, were like, "This shit is all over the internet." So I'm like, "Yeah, I know, baby, but we gotta get switched up." It's like, it's okay. So we get switched up. We get into the little, outfits and everything like that. And they're like, "All right, now the first thing we want to do, we want to work with you and your wife in the kitchen doing a little dialogue so y'all can read off of the papers and everything. Actually, y'all can read off them screens right there." So I'm like, "No, okay, we already know what to say." So they're like, "Okay, cool." So, we doing certain scenes that they want us to do for the video game. And tnerra actually that took her mind off of what happened at the SNL set. And she got really into it. Now she was about to post it to her Instagram, and she realized that she didn't have the app. So she's like, "Oh shit, David, you deleted the damn app off my phone." So she's like, "You know what? It's okay. I'll just post it to your website." So I'm like, "Okay, I mean, that's fine, ain't it?" She's like, "Yeah, it's fine." So she's like, "I forgot you deleted the damn app." I'm like, "What, you gonna re-download it?" She's like, "No, I mean, the Instagram shit is what's got us in that mess right now, him asking for my Instagram and stuff. So no, I don't think I'm going to re-download that app for a while." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So like, yeah. So, I don't want you thinking that I'm talking to him on the low and everything. I don't want you thinking that shit at all. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, so we had fun. It took our minds off of what happened on the SNL set. We had fun really working on the video game. So I'm like, "All right, so let me see what we got so far." So they're like, "All right, so this is y'all in the kitchen." So to them, like, "Wow, that looks so cool." I'm like, "Yeah." It was like, "All right, so this is y'all in the kitchen. Now we got y'all like in different parts of the house, actually making love and everything like that." So we got all that. Um, Now hold on, we got to get y'all in the car. We got to get y'all in the cars. Now with this, we can actually, as long as we got y'all in the car driving, we can switch the cars up. Like get like different name brand cars and everything. Lexus, Benz, and all that stuff. As long as we got y'all riding in the car together with the kids and everything. She's like, "But we don't want to put the babies in there too damn early." She's like, they was like, "Yeah, we know that. We got that. We would not. No, we know what we doing. Trust me, we know what we doing." They was like, "Well, David, what we wanted to talk to you about is the levels of the game. How many levels do you want?" I'm like, 100 levels. So they was like, 100 levels. I'm like, "Yeah." They was like, "Okay, we can do that. That's fine. Okay, cool." So I'm like, "All right." So they was like, "So you want 100 levels? Okay, that's fine. We definitely can do that. That is definitely cool. Um, how about make it 100? We can make it like, oh, we can make it 200. Over 200 levels, 1,000 levels. I'm like, "You can make it 1,000?" They're like, "Yeah, we can make it 1,000, a million levels." I'm like, they're like, "Cause with a love story like you and your wife's, it should be like a million levels. It should be a lot of damn levels not just 100. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? We could make it 1 million. Let's make it 1 million. They're like, yeah, 1 million. And I don't think anybody gonna be able to reach to a damn million. So I'm like, okay, this like because it's gonna be so much that we're gonna put in this video game. It's gonna be a really big story. It's not gonna be a small story. It's gonna be a really big story. So she's like, okay, so now, what else? She was like, okay, now to really put this story together, we gotta get, your sisters in this video game, to really bring the story to life. She's like, but what if I can't get them down here? So she was like, they was like, do you got pictures of your family members in your phone? She's like, yes, I do. So they're like, okay, well, give us some photos of your sisters and your brothers and stuff and your mom, and we can duplicate them into the game. We don't even we can, as long as we got photos of them, we can make them 3D characters into the game. They don't even got to come down here. Because the stars of the game is you, is David and you. Y'all two is y'all story. So it's not really about them. But we do need them in the story. So do you have the photos with you now? So she's like, yeah, I have the photos. So he's like, now can you send them to us, or you know what, you can, yeah, send it to David and David can send it to us. That way we won't have your number or anything like that. And well, we already got David's phone number, so David can send us the photos through his phone. So she was like, that's fine. I mean, that seems like a really good idea. So we do that, send the photos to them, and they get the photos of tnerra sisters and brothers and stuff, to really tell the story and everything like that, to put it all together as one. So after we was done working on the video game, tnerra was like, that was actually pretty fun. I mean, like, that took my mind off of what happened on the SNL set, baby. Did it take your mind off it? I'm like, yeah, it's like I'm hungry as shit now. I need to feed the damn babies. I'm like, you do? It's like, yeah. So after I was done with my wife, tnerra, took her home, got her some food. We made love to her. We had to check on. While I checked on the babies, tnerra was like tired because she had a long day basically, and so I'm on my way to go check up on Nancy. But then Selena Gomez called me. She's like, David. I'm like, who is this? She's like, Selena. I'm like, Selena Gomez. She's like, yeah, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I go talk to Selena, and I'm like, what's up, baby? What's going on? She's like, well, I know you regret bringing your damn wife now, do you? I'm like, yeah, I definitely fucking do. She's like, but look, I wanted you to come by yourself because I wanted to tell you that I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh yeah, I was looking at your stomach and it looked like a little baby bump. She's like, a little baby bump. I'm like, yeah, it's like, it probably looked like that because of the outfit I had on, but it ain't no damn little baby bump. I'm like, what is it? She's like, look. I'm like, oh damn. She's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, so they're my baby? She's like, you're the only one I was really having sex with, David. But if you don't think they're yours, we can have a DNA test. I'm definitely comfortable with taking one. I'm like, you are? Like, yeah, because I know you the father. So I'm like, okay. So you like real confident about this. Like, I am very confident about this. So I'm like, okay, all right. And you say that you don't mind taking a DNA test. She's like, I'll take one right now. So she's like, if we had one right now, I'd take one right now. So I sent my personal nurses over there to check to see if I am the father. And yeah, I mean, it turns out that I was the damn daddy. No big surprise because I was having a lot of sex with Selena. So Selena was like, told you. So I'm like, okay, so I'm the daddy. Why are you waiting this long to tell me? She's like, I wanted to tell you, but I was calling your damn phone and you was never picking the damn phone up. What was going on with that? You was silencing me. I'm like, I wasn't silencing you. She's like, yeah, you were. So I'm like, okay. She's like, anyway, I mean, I thought that we had a good thing going. I mean, you said I was your girlfriend. I don't know if it changed now. I'm like, you is my girl. It's like, okay, so if I'm your girl, why didn't you pick up the phone for your girl? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. You know I didn't mean that. It's like, oh, you didn't mean that. So I remember, we kissing and stuff like that. And she wanted to bring up the whole SNL thing. I could tell she wanted to bring it up, but she was like, I ain't bringing that shit up because I don't want to flare this nigga up again. She was like, I ain't bringing this up. I'm not gonna flare his ass up again. So she's like, I ain't gonna even bring it up. So we looking at TV and making love and everything, which was cool because I did miss Selena Gomez. I have been thinking about her a lot. And she have been hitting the phone up. But I mean, I know she had a lot of things going on. So, I just wanted her to work all that out. You know what I'm saying? So after I was done with Selena, I did go to the black girl and check up on her. And she seen everything that happened with the SNL stuff. She's like, baby, come here. So she's like, I'm sorry, why you bring your damn wife to that fucking shit? And why she wear that short ass skirt? So she's like, she was asking for attention. I'm like, I don't know why she wore it. She's like, David, she should have known that that shit was going to draw attention to her. She should have known that shit. I definitely know not to wear no shit like that. I mean, like, come on now. Like, goddamn well she shouldn't have wore that shit. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, ain't she pregnant again? I'm like, yeah. It's like, so why is she wearing that short ass shit? So I'm like, I don't know, but she ain't wearing that shit again. It's like, you bringing her again on set? I'm like, no. I mean, I'll bring it to like the Stranger Things set and stuff like that, but I ain't bringing her to no SNL set. She was like, I think that's for the damn best. You know that you put his ass in a coma. I'm like, I did. I ain't think I beat him that bad. She's like, they say he in critical condition. He ain't waking up. So I'm like, wait, I mean, I blacked out. I don't know what I was doing when I was whipping his ass. She's like, well, you must have really whipped his ass because he ain't waking up. That's what they saying. So I'm like, oh shit. She was like, so I don't know. He might press charges against you. I don't think he gonna do that though because he was in the wrong though. Everybody say he was in the wrong, so I don't think he gonna do that. But I'm just saying, you definitely whipped his ass though. So I'm like, oh, well, I blacked out. I don't know what I was doing. So she's like, oh, well, you don't remember how you whipped his ass? I'm like, no. So she's like, well, just know that you definitely did it. You got the job done. So I'm like, oh, okay. So me and a black girl, we did have sex and cut up, which was real good. By the way, I'm in the car after I was done dealing with the black girl. I know I had to go see Scarlett. So I go see Scarlett and she opened the door. She's like, David, that was one hell of a fucking rehearsal. I'm like, yeah, she's like, baby, you wasn't wrong for what you did though. And your wife tnerra, she, for the most part, she was not flirting with him back. She literally wasn't. She told him she wasn't interested, and he just kept pushing up on her. And she almost was about to give in and give him the Instagram, just like leave her alone or whatever. But you had came like you had like fucked it all up because I don't even think she wanted to give it to him, but he just kept asking her, like pushing up on her and stuff, and she was definitely looking like she was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could, yeah, I think you was in the right for what you did because he shouldn't have been flirting with your wife, but she shouldn't have wore that short ass skirt. She definitely shouldn't have wore that shit. Like that shit was short as shit. So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was a short mini ass skirt and shit. And then she like pregnant again. What the fuck she wearing that shit again? I'm like, look, she like wearing short stuff like that. I don't know. She like showing her body. She was like, yeah, I get all that. But it's like, if you with your husband, you shouldn't be doing no shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. She's like, you ain't gonna bring that fucking girl to that set again, is you? I'm like, no, no, she's staying home. So she's like, yeah, good. That's probably for the best. But then I start thinking, David, I'm like, what? She like, how we gonna do the second season? I'm like, what you mean? She's like, the second season. I mean, don't Michael B. Jordan got be in that shit? I'm like, we got enough episodes to go into another season. We filmed like 20 episodes. They're not gonna put the whole 20 episodes on HBO Max. Like it's gonna be 10 episodes. So we already did the second season. She's like, we did? I'm like, yeah, we did 20 episodes. She's like, oh yeah, we did. I'm like, yeah, so in each episode is like a movie. So the second season is already done. So she's like, oh shit, it is. I'm like, yeah. So if we're gonna work on any season, it'd be the third season. So she's like, oh shit, okay. Okay, so we don't gotta worry about nothing then. I'm like, not right now, no. So it's like, oh, so the second season done. I'm like, yeah, I always work, I always do things for precaution reasons. Like I always think ahead. So she's like, well, that was smart as shit to film 20 episodes. That was smart as shit because his ass looked like he ain't waking up, baby. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, you TKO'd his ass, like for real. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't remember what I was doing though, baby. She's like, well, it don't matter because his ass deserved it. He shouldn't have been flirting with with your wife. He shouldn't have been doing that shit. And that's just like, if he was flirting with me and he knew that I was your girl, which I am your girl, but it's like, if you know that I'm his girl, why are you flirting with me? And why are you doing that in his face? Like, that's real fucking disrespectful. So it's like, yeah, he definitely deserved that shit. Like, no question about it. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah. And we all seen it. We was all there at the damn food bar. We was all there. Selena Gomez, Regina Carter, me, that girl that came with your wife, tnerra, her little friend, she was there. I mean, we all was there. Even the girl that girl that's deaf, that's in the show and in the movie, she was there. The girl that plays Creed, wife, she was at the food bar. All of us was there, and we all seen what he was doing. Like everybody seen what he was doing, and everybody admitted that he was out of fucking pocket. And he just was. Like, he was really out of pocket, and he knew he was. So if his ass wake up, whenever the fuck he wake up, he better not say he want to press charges because he know goddamn well that he shouldn't have been doing that shit. Because I can see if you just whipped his ass for no damn reason and you just wanted to fuck him up and you just did it and then he just, oh, I want to press charges. Now, I can see him doing that because, he ain't really do anything. But he definitely was out of pocket, and everybody was definitely saying he was. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like Michael P. Jordan ain't like that. He a real nice person. Yeah, but not all the time you're gonna see people on their game. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna see people a little bit off. So it's just this fucking time, he just wasn't on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely off his game. I don't know if he was on some medication or something. I don't know, because he usually don't act like that. So I don't know what drove him to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? To like flirt with your fucking wife. And this one made it even wrong. He did it in front of your damn face. So it's like, I can see, him doing it while you ain't around, because that's a little bit respectful, because at least you're doing it while he ain't around. But to do it in the man's face, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, you know you was wrong for that. So, I mean, he definitely deserved that ass whooping. And maybe that should wake his ass up. But I mean, I don't know if he was drugged out. He might have been on fucking weed or something. He might have smoked some weed or something before he came here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what was really wrong with him. Like, he might have been on some drugs. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what he was on. If his ass was on drugs or not, he shouldn't have never came at my damn wife. I don't give a damn what the hell he was smoking, drinking, whatever. I don't give a shit. If you coming at my damn wife and you know that you doing that shit, and I'm seeing you doing that shit, yeah, well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of benefit of the doubt. But if you just continues on doing that shit, I'm gonna have to stomp your ass out. That's the results. Because I gave you a chance. It's not like I ain't give his ass a chance. She's like, you did though. You did give him a chance. And he fucked that up. So I'm like, yeah, I don't care if he was on drugs or not. I don't give a shit. So she's like, yeah, you right. Yeah, you got a point there. So we ended up having sex, me and Scarlett, which was good, because Scarlett, that's my baby. Like, she is so beautiful. I'm talking about through and through. But but no, she is real beautiful and everything. And I remember I did go back to my wife tnerra, and she was sleeping and everything. I woke her up. I'm like, tnerra. She's like, yeah, baby. I'm like, yeah. She's like, what? You want some sex? I'm like, no, I want to talk to you real quick. She's like, okay. Is it about that Michael B. Jordan stuff? I'm like, yeah. It's like, David, I'm not leaving you for him. I would never do that. I would never mess up the mission for that. I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm like, okay, so like, I mean, for some damn famous dick, you're famous too. I'm like, yeah, I am. It's like, look, David, yeah, he is cute and everything, but I wouldn't mess what we got right here up for that. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be worth it. And I was not flirting with him back. I promise you, I wasn't. I went to the food bar to get me something to eat or whatever because I was hungry and it had some of my favorite foods that I seen at there. And I was like, well, I mean, kill two birds at one stone. Let me get something to eat. So I, went out there and it's just so happened that he was out there too at the food bar. And he kept coming and like pushing up on me and asking for my Insta. And I'm just like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, no, because I already know what he was going to do after he got my Instagram. Like, I already knew that he was going to try to like DM me or some shit. And that would me be, that would me, I would be stupid to actually do that because I already knew like that's what he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I mean, like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, no, I'm not giving you, my Insta. You're like, no. So I just remember, he just like, yeah, he kept pushing up on me. And I was going to give him my Insta to like get him out my face, but I was going to turn off my DMs so I wouldn't receive them. So if he was going to DM me, I would not get him. You see what I'm saying? Like I was going to give him my Insta, but then turn off my DMs. That way, if he was like the DM it would go through, but I still wouldn't get the DM. So he would be DMing me, but I wouldn't really be getting them. You kind of get what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, it's like, yeah. So I was going to give it to him, but just turn my DMs off. But you had came once. It's like you came right on time because I was so happy you came because I was like, I was actually scared to give it to him because I'm like, I know David gonna flip the fuck out if he find out I gave him my Insta. So I'm so happy that you came exactly on time, like when you came. So what made you come out there? I'm like, your friend Jasmine, she tipped me off. She was like, oh, she did? I'm like, yeah, she tipped my ass off. She let me know that he was like flirting with you and stuff. So she was like, oh, well, that was a good thing. I mean, she did the right thing by getting you. Cause yeah, he was definitely like a little bit too flirtatious and he was just like all over the place. Like, yeah, I'm happy that you did what you did. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, David, yes, I'm fucking sure. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, I mean, you did. David, first of all, you did nothing wrong. Like, first of all, the man was disrespecting you, and he was like coming on to your fucking wife, which he shouldn't have been doing in the first fucking place. A lot of people saying he must have been high or he must have been on drugs or even if he was on drugs, he shouldn't have been doing that shit. Or he shouldn't have fucking came. If he was on drugs, he shouldn't have never came. And say he should have stayed the fuck home or something. Because, that was some real low ass shit to do. So I'm like, yeah, it was. So she's like, no, what are you gonna do about it? People find your wife sexy. So what you gonna do about that, mister? I'm like, what? She's like, well. So me and my wife tnerra made love or whatever. We cut up and everything. And I know my wife tnerra love me, I know she do. We made some beautiful babies together. She got, she's pregnant again. She's gonna be writing a novel and everything. And yeah, I mean, I know that, and that's a good thing that people find your wife attractive. I mean, that is a good thing. You don't want an ugly wife, but but yeah, it's a good damn thing. To me, yeah, it's a good thing. So I just remember, I'm sitting there thinking like that girl, the girl Bella that plays on The Last of Us on the HBO show. I go to the car, she kind of calls me up and she's like, David. I'm like, who is this? She's like, it's Bella. I'm like, oh, The Last of Us girl. It's like, yes, baby, where are you? I've seen that stuff that happened with you and Michael B. Jordan at that SNL thing. I'm like, you seen it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how come you wasn't on SNL? She was like, they ain't never asked me. I'm like, they never asked you to be, that show was a hit show though, baby. They ain't put you on there. It's like, no. I'm like, nah, you know that ain't fair. They should definitely have my baby on there. It's like, it's okay, it's fine. I'm like, you sure it's fine? It's like, yeah, I'm okay with it. So I'm like, you know what I want to do? It's like, you want to have sex? We can't have sex on the phone, David. I'm like, oh, how can we do it? It's like, you got to come to me to get it. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah. So I go to her. She opens the door and she just looks so pretty though. She had her hair done and everything. I'm like, oh, you got your hair done? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, look at you. She's like, I'm wait till I take this shirt off. I'm like, oh, really? It's like, yeah, you're gonna like that. So people have been saying that Bella is into girls and everything, and I asked her after we had sex or whatever, and she was like, yeah, I mean, I like girls and boys, but I mean, I'm your girlfriend, so yeah, I mean, I would date a girl if I'm attracted to her, yeah, but I'm not just into girls, like I'm into both sex. I'm like, oh, you are? It's like, yeah, of course. I mean, like, I don't have a certain gender that I like. I like both. I like girls and boys. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, I mean, you're allowed to like who you like. Just because you're into girls don't mean you 100% gay. Like, no, who makes the rules up of being gay? I'm like, yeah, true. It's like, yeah, like you can like who the fuck you want to like, So yeah, I'm into girls and boys. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, and right now I'm your girlfriend. So I'm like, okay. So like, anyway, so we ended up having sex and cutting up and thugging and clutching. But I asked her how she felt about not being on the second season of The Last of Us, and even though she gonna be in my 3D show, The Last of Us, my version. But yeah, I asked her how she felt about it. She like, they fired me. Like, I was so happy. We got picked up for a second season, right? So I'm so happy. I'm calling the cast and I'm just like, yeah, we gonna be we gonna be on set. We gonna, I can't wait to start working with you. And I should have known that they was gonna fire me because the cast was acting really like weird on the phone. Like the dude that plays Jules, he was acting really weird on the phone. Like, like I can just tell that he was being a little distant on the phone and it was just obviously weird. And then a few hours later, I get a call from HBO and I was just like, I'm so happy we gonna have a second season. I can't wait to go back to work and start training. And it was like, we gotta let you know, we having a slight, change of plans. And, cause we gonna, it's gonna be a time jump in the series and we don't need you to come back for the second season. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And it just hurt my heart. I was just like, what? So they fired me. Yeah. I'm like, they was like, we definitely appreciate, you working with us and everything. Like you definitely made this show a big hit, like you really did. And we definitely appreciate it. Like you allowed on set, we're not gonna bang you from coming on set. But yeah, we doing a time jump and we got to go with a different girl to play, Ellie. And I was hurt because I feel like by the time we started shooting, I would be a little older. Where you could like fix my hair up and make me look a little older. You didn't have to like fire me. Like that hurted me. I was just like, what? So yeah, they fired me. I still don't understand why they did it. But yeah, they did it and yeah, it hurt. I'm like, it hurt. Do you want that job? Do you want to play Ellie in the second season? It's like they're not gonna take me back. They already gave the job to the other girl. So I'm like, okay. All right, I'll definitely take care of that. They was like, Dave, she like, David, you don't have to. It's fine because I'm in your 3D version. It's okay. It's cool. I'm hurt. Don't get me wrong. That shit hurt me, but it's fine. I'm sure I'll be okay. I'm like, you sure? It's like, yeah. So yeah, I still wasn't having that shit. But I went back to my wife's, tnerra. I took a shower. She got in the shower with me. We made love in the shower. Then I got out the shower, and we got in the bed together. And she was just cuddling with me. And I'm gonna lead the episode this way of thugging and clutching. I want to let everybody know. I want to thank my damn fans for thugging and clutching with me like they always do. But keeping it thuggy. But no, yeah, shout out to my fans, man. They always looking out for me and stuff. But yeah, new single is coming for SoundCloud. My fans gonna post another single from out the album on there. I promise you that. They taking their time because the full album is on my website, so they taking their time. But it's coming though. So I holler at y'all later and anything. Just keep on thugging.